Welcome to UTT campus here in O'Mera for more action in the KFC Interbank Football League. It's Aero, the defending champions. They're up against Scotia Bank, and Aero under pressure immediately. The minutes of the game. The defending champions, who are at the bottom of the table, already their defense has been breached. A ball that was hit towards the goal, it stuck in the mud just on the line and it was cleared. And now another chance here for Scotia Bank to go ahead. This one is hammered into the wall. And another chance, and that's brilliantly saved. That one, a left-footed shot coming off Riaz Hussain, but well saved by the goal. That's Kerry Dick in goal there for the Aero team. On video Ramphal alongside Jovan Ravello for this one. And Aero almost playing themselves into some more problems there, Jovan, on this very heavy outfield here at UTT.
Yeah, and Scotia in red, but they are smelling the blood in the water.
What a shot that is! That is the opening goal. That was an absolutely sumptuous left-footed shot that is curled into the corner of the net. It was coming, 2 chances already, 3 shots on goal, and that was absolutely blasted in. What a shot, what a goal. And it looks like Kwame James is the man who got that one off there, Jovan.
Yeah, great strike. A great decision. It's being applauded throughout the Scotiabank team. Lovely strike. We've already seen 10 goals this evening. My money's on more.
Yeah, that's Ralph, correction, was the man who hit that one. The number 16 hit that with a left-footed drive that curled round the keeper. Nothing that Dick could have done about that one. Really brilliant goal to start off the proceedings here. Here is Kwashi, former Arima College player, on the end of this one, and he can't get there ahead of the defender, who's putting this one clear for the moment. Scotia Bank with their tails up here looking for some more, and here is the goal scorer Ralph. He's in now again, and that's a nice looking ball. Chance here, and that's skied, absolutely skied there by Jassy Joyce. And this the Scotiabank team have started well here. These two teams would have played against each other last year. That's in the September 2022. Aero defeated Scotiabank 2-1 in the return fixture last year, and they were actually on top of the table at this point in September last year by 13 points, and they would have gone ahead in that particular match. So, but this time it's a very different picture here for Aero, Jovan. Aero at the bottom of the table, and they have been unable to get anything going. Here's their first opportunity, a shot from Rudder that is charged down. Here's Bennett, their top scorer, who is that's charged out, knocked away from him. But so far, Scotiabank have really acquitted themselves well. We haven't seen them once play in that morass on the Aero side of the field.
Yeah, they look to be doing their homework during the first 80 played at this pitch this evening. Certainly look better prepared for the conditions. Skipping away from that tackle at that moment.
Yeah, the benefit of having seen that first game, they certainly have done well at the start here of this one. So here we go again, and that's cleared by Rudder. 2 sets of brothers out there on the Aero team, the Rudder brothers, Edsel and out there along with his brother Jason. And this is Gil. Actually, that is Rudder, the younger brother going forward there. Scotia looking for some more inroads, and that's played on, but that's not going to find the intended target there. So here we are, and here is Rudder forward. There's Hassan Ali, one of the 2 Hassan Ali boys out there. Aero looking to build here on the left-hand side. That's Bennett. Rudder again, looking for the pass. Here's Kwashi. Kwashi has been shepherded wide and pushed in the back there. Kwashi, who's very quick, former Arima College player, as I mentioned. He's also raced in the 200 and 400 meters over the years, so he does have some pace. The waistline has changed just a little bit, but still looks like he can slug it out with the big guys out here. Bennett with the free kick for Aero, looking to get back on track. It's been a recurring decimal for Aero all the way through this season, Jovan. They've conceded a lot of goals late, and they're looking for an early one this time to change the trend. They've scored early quite a few times, and here's Bennett trying to add another goal. And not the best of deliveries here from Bennett. I'm not sure what he was trying, but he seemed to be trying to pick out that near post, and instead that comes off the underside of the defender's foot and away for a corner.
Yeah, and Jared Bennett, a player with some quality, former national player on sand.
Bennett just pulling out the corner. The referee is having a no-nonsense look at what's going on in there. A little bit of argy-bargy. It's towards the near post, and that's headed away. I'll tell you what, that could have been dangerous. And the return shot is hit wide here by Odell Ford. Don't think that Ford got the contact he wanted, but that particular corner, Jovan, had the keeper in all sorts of problems. Don't think he was anywhere close to that.
Yeah, a crowd of players just in front of him. He would have to be a little more assertive in the way that he goes up for those balls. A couple of quality players in front of him.
And here is Scotia Bank looking to break through on the left-hand side. And so far, avoiding that muddy area on the field. It's been very heavy conditions. We saw a 6-3 game earlier today, and that was RBC destroying Guardian Group 6-3. Also matches on today. ECU earlier today playing Central Bank. They've been the top scorers. They've scored a lot of goals in the competition. They've also conceded a lot more. Here's a breakaway now, and it is Ralph who's on his way. A chance here to score. The keeper, he's run straight into the keeper. Keeper's gone down, and that is, well, he's come up, he's bounced up here. We'll have to give you a correction on that name. Unfortunately, we're going to have to put the manager of the Scotia Bank team in our naughty books today. And this is Bennett putting that just wide. It could be tapped in, it is. And there is the goal, the equalizer here for Aero. And the man coming in at the far side, Hassan Ali, was there. Jabal Hassan Ali scoring in minute number 10. And that is 1-1. And Aero are back into it. And tell you what, under normal circumstances, that would have gone wide of the goal. It stuck in the mud, and Hassan Ali had the easiest of tasks to knock that one in. That's a dream goal for any striker, Jovan.
Yeah, dare to dream. Did Aero services on that foray. Hassan Ali doing the needful, following up and doing the duty, just to get his team back into this match. It's good signs for Aero. They've struggled this term, but this could be the turnaround for them.
Yeah, they certainly will want to do that. Now here's the long ball for the Scotia Bank team. Chances here again. Can he get the shot off? 3 players up there for Scotia. But he has gotten through again, but the keeper's done well. Dick to come in and sort things out for his team. And that is a real frenetic, that small bit of play, that's in a nutshell there. You saw that how Scotia Bank have decided they are not going to use the midfield at all. That was a long ball played over the midfield and targeting the man who was on the back of the defender.
Yeah, and I think it's a good tactic for them. You can see the type of midfield they have available to them in this first half. They'll have a better go of it in the second. The Scotiabank team does have a couple of players who like to play the ball along the ground. They'll have to adjust the way that they want to play. Among them, rather the attacking midfielder. It's very tricky. Man known as Little Peppers in his younger years.
Little Peppers. Is he now just known as Pepper?
He has a couple of Little Peppers of his own. He have passed on the mantle. Doesn't sting any less.
So there is a player down injured at the moment, and the referee's just sorting that out. The physio is across with the player. It looks like Rudder is the man who's gone down. That's the older of the two brothers, not Edsel, but that's Edsel and Jason, in fact, who's gone down. They'll have to learn very quickly here. Scotia have learned their lessons. They are going over that quagmire, trying to get the defender in. Very important for the man up in front to be able to play with his back to goal here, Jovan, and really hold up play and allow the likes of the men coming behind him, including Tevin Mungu, is that? To come in behind him. That was the goal scorer, correction. Yeah, we have to apologize for that misidentification. We were handed a score sheet from another game, and it doesn't often happen, but it does happen every now and again. So we're going to put the manager of the Scotia Bank team in the bad books, at least for today. They might be out tomorrow.
I think that's our first caution on video. You know, he hasn't been too bad.
The white card.
Yeah, give him a white card. And so put him on notice. Any more gaffes in this match, and he may just be in the penalty box, so to speak.
Well, in the meantime, the referee's just having a look. I think one of the players has been carded here on the far side. It might be Hassan Ali, who is closest to at the moment. But a couple of changes here. The Aero team trying to find the right balance, and their coach lamenting the fact that they have been conceding a lot of late goals. And he really puts down their title defense, their inauspicious title defense, down to fitness issues. That one, another long ball played here by Scotia Bank. That has drifted beyond all and in the hands of the keeper. And both teams, they're not going to be playing a lot of football in the midfield. They're just going to go long here. And here's Hassan Ali. That's given away. Now here come Scotia Bank trying to find something here. That's a good ball. Well, it would have been an excellent ball in normal circumstances, but that one stuck in the mud, and the man trying to close in on that there, Kareem, well, the man coming in at the back of it just couldn't find anything. Here's Hassan Ali. That's a wonderful touch from him. There's Kwashi now trying to get down the line. Kwashi keeps this one in play. Hassan Ali's down the line. If he can find him, well, that's overhit. And trying to find the other Hassan Ali. And that's out of play. But so far, both teams have seen what's happened in the previous game. They're going long. They're not going to venture in that area. It's a no-fly zone at the moment for these two teams.
Yeah, and can you blame them? That midfield, as we saw a little while ago, is very perilous, full of terrors.
Kwashi did well to keep that one in play. And that's knocked out. Just going back to that Hassan Ali touch. Really good touch in the midfield. He does have a Mo Salah look about him. If he were to grow that hair a little bit longer, Mo would have been proud of that touch.
And he did have a bit of a mop a couple of years ago, so
I think he got stopped too many times for autographs, and he decided, no, I'm not going to have that anymore. Yeah, he does have that Mo Salah look. Salah, the Liverpool player, very much more well-muscled in the upper body, though. Playing against those Premier League defenders, you need to be to hold them off. That one's kept in play by Hassan Ali, but it's called as an offside. The official on the far side spotting the infraction. So far, it's been a good tempo to this opening game here, Jovan. And we talked about the matches. ECU versus CBTT played earlier today. NIBTT, they would have played MIC yesterday. And First Citizens in battle against RBL, 2 matches played in Barataria. Aero, as I mentioned, in 10th position. 2 points, no wins for the season yet. They're still in search here for a win, they're defending champions. And they are equal at 1-1.
Yeah, and they really need to get going, Aero. The season can run away from you.
Yeah, and we're into week 6 here, so it is definitely running away, as is the man in front. He's pushed down. Is that a penalty? Referee says no, but there seemed to be, at least from this angle, a clear shove in the back of the player.
Yeah, referee Nikita Yearwood does believe in the physicality of the sport. That looked to be another infringement unseen by the referee. She has the final say. This is Kwashi.
Kwashi just knocking that forward. Kwashi trying to tackle here as that one going in behind him. Here's Scotia Bank just outside of the morass on the far side. And there's another offside call. And it is that man On the far side, Ballantyne, Kareem Ballantyne is the name given to us here. He's the one who ran afoul there of the referee's decision. Aero are among the top scorers in the competition, though only CBTT have they've had more goals scored against them. Only CBTT have had more goals scored against them. Aero have conceded 13 goals, second most in the league. Bennett has gone down here with what seems to be a strain. He's trying to run it off, Bennett, just outside of your picture. But that was another opportunity there, going in towards, swung in long. So the long ball very much, it's going to be 80s style English football here we're going to see for a while.
And a true 80s style English football field. Very much not for the tiki-taka style of football. As you would have mentioned earlier, a couple of players who love to play the ball short, as I did mention, and you can see that Route 1 style just going awry. And come to rudder.
Looking for Mungu that time, but the goal scorer unable to get in on the end of that. Here's Kwashi and finds Hassan Ali. And strangely going all the way back here, Hassan Ali. He could have turned with that one. Here's Rudder. And that's over the line. And despite all the speed that Kwashi has, no one could have caught up with that. I've seen him play, we would have seen him at college level. He was quite good in those days, coming on late and provided a lot of impetus for Arima College. And replaced Shannon Winchester a couple of times in those games. You can possibly tell I've been an Arima College fan for a while. Bennett goes down rather theatrically, but I think there's a little bit more in it here. Bennett is carrying an injury, and he's gone down rather easily here. This is not good signs here for the Aero team.
Yeah, and Bennett is one of the fitter players on this Aero team. He is a fitness instructor in his day-to-day. So they won't want to lose him.
Even fitness instructors get injured every now and again. And a very difficult player to miss on the field is Bennett. That El Haji Juf sort of hairstyle he has.
Makes himself the target man for Aero.
It's hard to miss him with that hairstyle and those wonderful pink boots of his, which you might not see because of the mud. Here's Kwashi trying to get it onto the right foot. Gets the cross in. Testing one for the defense here with Scotia Bank get clear. And that has found its way to Logie. Logie is tackled out of it, and that is going to be a free kick, which will go for the Scotia Bank team.
Yeah, it was a very dangerous tackle coming in there.
Yeah, they're not holding back, are they, at all? No one's gone long. Ballantyne is in an offside position. And the referee's assistant was just waiting for him to get on the end of it. He decided, listen, I'm not going to spend my energy on this field. Aero 10th position, Scotia Bank in third. A win here put them up at the top of the table, depending on how things go in the other game, Jovan. And it's been a good season for them. They've had 3 wins. They actually started with a couple of wins, then fell to 2 straight losses. They were at the top of the table, Scotia Bank, but pulled things back with a nice win last week. So they're back in the money and back in the running once again, Scotia Bank.
And it's good to see for them. They've been working very hard so far this season. They have to work much harder in this match. A lot of quality players in this Aero Services lineup.
Kwashi looking for the give and go here. He does well. Oh, was he brought down?
It's a bit of a high boot,
yeah,
it seems.
It seems it was. And the man who was just Springer was trying to get the header in, then suddenly saw a big pink boot in front of him. He pulled out of it not too unexpectedly.
Don't want to run into Kwashi.
Don't think you'd ever want to do that. Why would you want to do that to yourself? Headed away by Rudder. And just showing a bit of the ball there. That's nicely done by Ford. Hassan Ali, well, they're looking for Kwashi, just poking it into the space, but Kwashi actually wanted it played to feet. Hassan Ali has just come back into the team, so he hasn't quite worked up. And we haven't seen Kwashi before. I haven't seen Kwashi before in this team, so they're still just working on building a relationship. This one's played well. Chance here. And again, that one's just stuck in the mud there, Jovan.
There was another rudder on the pitch. Rhett just unable to get out of the mud. It's usually very silky.
And that's played over. Here's Mungo. It's in on the end. He does behind the defenders. And that is well sorted out. That was a good touch there. Was that Babel in the back there to get the touch in? All the same, it's back forward here, looking for, it's knocked it forward, looking for Hassan Ali. The two brothers are playing at centre back and right-sided, well, half winger, you really have to say. He doesn't really get any chalk on his boots, does he?
He's been just in a kind of underlap with Kwashi on the outside.
Mangu taking on the defenders, gets inside the box, and the cross is towards the near post, but straight into the arms of Dick, who collects it at the second attempt here. But he has been very good so far, Mangu. That goal certainly was a really great effort, cutting inside the defender and curling it round. You would never believe that this is one of the heaviest fields that he's ever played on.
Yeah, and you could see the trajectory from where we're sitting. It was a very well placed ball. The keeper could only look, give it a little wave as it kissed the inside of that far post.
It's the kind of goal you dream about scoring if you are a left-footed winger playing on the right side. It was certainly brilliant stuff. I'm sure he would have seen the Andrei Shevchenko goal so many years ago in the Champions League, and certainly did his best imitation of that. That's forward, but Scotia Bank, the Scotia Bank player, once it played to feet, he's not having any of that mud on the far side anymore. He's had a few forays down there, and he's panting.
I think he's had enough.
He's had enough. He's staying way out of that swamp-like area on the pitch. This one played in again towards Mungu, who's having to check his run. Goes outside. He needs some support on the near post, and one player is heading there at the moment. Can he get the cross in? Another mazy run from him, and eventually wins the corner. And it wasn't Kwashi. It looks like Kwashi who came in and knocked that one away.
Yeah, and Kwashi even wanted to get the goal kick, such as his desire to really lock down play on this right side. He's doing the work on both ends.
Knocked in here to the area. Well, yeah, at least he was attempting to. That's Thomas, but that's cleared out of danger. That's a good header there from Springer tracking back. Now it's swept out towards the far side, and again it's gone straight to an Aero player. The defending champions here, their loss in the third round really looked at it, it ended their defense. But now they still have 4 games here to do things a little bit different. That's chipped in and just over the bar. That seemed to come off the body of the keeper, and that should be a corner. Well, at least from where we were looking, that looked like it just deflected off the keeper. So unfortunately, Dick is going to be robbed in the stats column of a save here.
Scotia feel robbed as well. Looking for that corner. They've been looking for a goal just shortly before that. Nathaniel Logie away. Just being stymied by that patch of mud in front of the Scotia Bank, in front of the Aero Services area. Tried to chip the keeper, just got a bit more air than he bargained on.
Yeah, it just seemed to clip the keeper's arm and go over, so, but it was a good save from him. That one's played through here. Chance here for Aero. The player goes down. That's Coffey going down heavily. He's a big man, but really you have to say that was a really good tackle there by Springer. Got the foot in to make the stop.
Yeah, Springer has been very alert in this first half.
Well, he has been alert in better conditions. Unfortunately, he's going to have to deal with some more difficult ones in the second half. Getting a bit of a baptism of fire here.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate that that ball didn't go into touch. This is Bennett.
And he's put that wide. And so a shot on goal finally here from the Aero team once again in this first half. And we've had about 28 minutes of the first half, so with 12 minutes to go here, certainly not the goal fest that we saw in the previous game, because we'd already had possibly 3 goals already in this one. But the two teams playing the long ball, maybe slightly not their usual tack that they would attempt in this game. That's well read there by Cuffy. He's striding forward. Here's Bennett looking for Quashie and finds him in the inside left channel. Can he get the shot in? He does. And is that a corner? That one's not even going to go for a corner. It has stayed in on the far side. And now it's going to be crossed in. Off the foot of the defender, Bennett, the air kick. Now he gets the shot off, and that's wide. 2 attempts there by Bennett, and unable to score on either occasion. Certainly, in the best of conditions, he would have put that away.
Yeah, the beach soccer player just trying to use all his know-how from difficult surfaces, unable to just scoop that one into the near corner. Did get some bend on it, but just not enough to challenge the keeper. Rendell Ashby in goal for Scotia Bank.
Yeah, Ashby just directing the traffic in front of him. Don't think he wants to do too much kicking. He asks more to do it for him. And that's knocked forward here. Again, the long ball coming into play. And good adaptation here from the Scotia Bank team. Man on the far side winning the free kick. That's Logie involved in the play. And free kick here for Scotia Bank. And Scotia Bank, they have the 4th best attacking record in the league. And only CBTT, MIC, RBL, and RBC have scored more goals than them. Of course, RBC, gone up to 18 goals now. So they're just behind CBTT. And that's without knowing what's happened in that CBTT match. Can they swing the cross? And he does. The keeper has some work here. And Mungo went up for that. But the defender, that's Rudder going up to make the stop. And that is another corner for Scotia Bank. They're piling on the pressure here, Jovan Ravello.
Yeah, that was really brave from Mungo at the far post. He's not the tallest player. Neither is Rudder, but Rudder doing better than he did in that moment.
A Napoleonic battle of the short men on the far side there. And now Scotia Bank have it once again. Mungo is there threatening again. This, of course, is Thomas. But Rudder gets that clear. Now he's knocked it into the area here for Bennett to run onto. And Bennett was maybe a few inches away from scampering past the defender.
Very small margins separating Bennett from the goal. It's a very good attack. Very good piece of defending there from Marvin Springer. If Bennett did get a hold of that, it would not have been caught easily.
Yeah, he would have been gone. And Bennett again is after Springer, who has played so calmly. He's just knocked that across the pathway of Bennett and raced away from him. Very experienced defender Springer. Very calm under pressure here.
Speaking good work from him. What about that move from Jason Moore just a moment ago?
Yeah, some fine football here from Scotia Bank. Can they keep it in play? And the man in red knocks it against the red banner of the sponsors KFC. Celebrating their 50th anniversary here in Trinidad. That's a lot of chicken to be consumed.
A lot more to be consumed.
And a lot more to come. Here's Quashie, pushed down there. And Ali, well, Thomas is saying he didn't do too much. But the thing is, Quashie was always going to be on balance in that position. And just the merest of touches would have sent him scuttling over.
Yeah, Thomas just taking the opportunity to show that he too has been in the gym.
And that knocks straight towards my co-commentator, Jovan Ravello, who just like in his football career, collects that. A brilliant first touch there from Ravello.
This is the...
On your left foot also there, Jovan?
Yeah. Been known to have a couple of good touches there.
Now and again. And that's Hassan Ali. His touch can't keep it in play. And that's going to be a throw-in for Aero. Well, referee Yearwood is telling them that's really the throw-in for Scotia Bank. Last year, of course, Scotia Bank and Aero, both teams were really boosted by the presence of professional players who would have been in the TTPFL this year. However, there's Bennett with a chance there and knocking that one wide off the mark. But there were so many PFL players in the league last year. And the league really has been diminished slightly by those players going into the TTPFL, but it's been hugely entertaining here with the number of goals.
Yeah, I think those players would have set the standard of football that this league expects, and I think that these players have really taken up the mantle.
Yeah, they certainly have, and they have benefited from that opportunity created by the COVID-19 pandemic to really lift their games. Sure, they would have learned a couple of tricks from the professionals playing among them. Talking about the professionals, Nicholas Dillon, the man who can't seem to find a way not to score. Well, he was playing for Scotia Bank last year, and Akinola Gregory was also involved. Here's a chance at the other end, and that is put beyond the keeper and in the back of the net. Now, was that a foul on the defender? There was a man draped all over the back of the defender who puts it into the back of the net, and that is the second goal here for Scotia Bank. And after minute 33, they are now ahead 2-1.
Yeah, Kareem Ballantyne just showing all the grit that these types of conditions can bring out of you. The defender just dawdling a bit in front of his own goal. Ballantyne bullying his way into the back of the net, and Scotiabank back into the lead.
It seems that he was actually behind the defender when he got that contact. So there may have been an argument for, was there a push in the back of the defender, because he clearly went over. But all the same, it's going to read in the newspapers in a couple of days that that's a goal by Ballantyne. That's all it's going to read. Kwashi keeps it in. Gets onto the right foot here, Kwashi. And he's brought down, and that is a free kick. And sportingly, Kwashi's been picked up with an apology here by, is that Thomas who's apologized? And Thomas knows that the referee's having a close eye. Look at him, he might be in the bad books here in a moment.
Yeah, that's his second rough tackle there on Kwashi. First one was just called a throw. Now he knows he's in the targets of the referee, in the crosshairs. This is Bennett just behind this ball, he's all alone.
Yeah,
the edge
Bennett.
of the box is Dexter Allen, the man known as Schoolboy. If you get a close-up of his face, you can tell why.
He has the look of an innocent parson, doesn't he? Here is the Bennett about to take this one. 4 men in the wall here. Dick ready here for this. Well, actually that's Ashby, and that one just glances off the head of the defender, and that should be out for a corner. Has been called a corner already. It was Springer who got in the way of that one. Springer is not the tallest of men, but he got up high enough to knock that one away.
Yeah, what he makes up for with grit. What he lacks in size, Springer has been all over the attackers in this match. It's been silky at times, but there he had to just show his way, throw his weight around.
Scotiabank have conceded 11 goals in this tournament. That's one of the best defensive records so far. They have to defend a corner here. This one's knocked in towards the far post, and that's headed and saved. That was a Cuffy rising higher, the far post, got the header in, but that's Ashby. That's an excellent save to knock that one away.
Yeah, good eyes from Ashby. That one was headed into the first post. Did well just to sprawl across and save it. It's going to be a rudder corner.
Another one. We have 3 rudders on the field, 2 on one side and 1 on the other. Here's the corner knocked in towards the top of the box, and this might be a breakaway here for Scotiabank. There are 2 players moving forward menacingly. Logie's one of them, and the other one, Ballantyne, on the far side, and also up there's Mungu. But that 12th defender, the mud is there to put in the tackle. And once they got into that area, it was always going to be easy for the Aero defenders to get out of the way. And the mud playing an impact there on both occasions there, Jovan. Bennett is after this one. Look at the speed from Bennett. He's gotten past Springer. That is a brilliant recovery tackle there from Springer. Doesn't have the speed of Bennett, but certainly did well to get that right foot in.
Had to get all ball there, Springer, and he did just that. Bennett was bearing down goal and looking very dangerous in that moment.
Not sure what kind of pegs he's wearing, but he seems to be just gliding across the field. As you mentioned, he is a physical trainer in his normal day job, and he just seems to be gliding across this surface, a measure of how fit he is.
One of a couple of Trinbagonians who did ply their trade in Sweden during that pandemic break.
Well, there was a call for, what's the call for? The referee before, maybe there was a push in the back of one of the defenders there, Jovan. And Certainly not the easiest of places to play with the cold weather up in the land of the Norsemen.
Certainly not. There's been a couple of players, among them Johanse Marshall, just plying their trade in the Scandinavian areas. It's quite a reputation for themselves as these players continue to try to build their reputation in the IBFL.
Certainly do. And this is one of the minor leagues, but one of the officials was telling us before the game that having worked in a lot of minor league competitions, this certainly is one of the best around. Chance here for Scotia Bank. Can he get the shot? And he does. And that's gone all the way back to the keeper. Again, a deflection and the mud slowing down the impetus on that ball. And that's been a recurring decimal all the way through these two matches we've seen. We saw 9 goals in the first game, and we've already seen 3 here. So a dozen goals already in just about 120 minutes of play. A goal every 10 minutes. What do you want more than that?
You can't ask for more. It's great Sunday entertainment. In the late evening.
Very difficult to kick that ball out of that area. And they're very much like beach soccer, the way they're picking it up off. Here's Kwashi now. Does he have the measure of the defender? Can he get the cross in? He's looking for Hassan Ali in the run on the far side. Again, but here's Kwashi, Cuffy, correction. Looking for Bennett with the diagonal run. Bennett is still very much in the picture here. Looking for Hassan Ali. Hassan Ali, who seems to just glide past challenges. That was a heavy tackle coming in, and he came out unscathed. Now, here's Ballantyne. Can he get onto the end of this one? He does. Pokes it across. Chance here for Scotia Bank. This could be the 3rd goal. He's gone down, and the referee says play on. Definitely looking for the contact there, Jovan, and he's lucky not to get a card for simulation.
Yeah, if he stayed on his feet, he might have been able to score that equalizer.
Kwashi.
Or the 3rd goal for them.
Kwashi Nixon here. Chance here for Bennett. Can he score? And he's offside. And that one deflected into the pathway of Bennett. But according to the official on the far side, he was already in an offside position when the ball was played.
Yeah, Alan just arguing the finer points of the game with the referee. She doesn't pay him any mind. That was certainly marginal.
You're very liberal in your interpretation of the word arguing. And that one's, this is Mungu, Mungu trying to get his way through. He's thwarted on the far side by Ford. And now it's on the other way. They're going the other way here of the Aero team. Certainly, it really has been a very tight league this year. The top 6 teams, Jovan, separated by only 3 points going into this league. So all 6 of those teams have a chance of still winning the league. That's brilliant stuff.
Yeah, we saw similar from the TTPFL, where the top 3 were pretty close for a long while.
Long while. Here's another chance here. Ballantyne, can he get the cross in? Mungu is there, gets the shot off, and it's a weak effort that goes straight towards the defender who's gotten the clearance in. This is Cuffy, gets it out of the mud and finds his fellow player on the far side. That's Gill. Gill looking to get this one forward. And that is the last bit of play in the first half. Just a couple of minutes of time added on for stoppages added by referee Yearwood. And at the end of the first half, goals by Ralph and Ballantyne have put the Aero team ahead here. And the Scotia Bank correction ahead 2-1. Hassan Ali scoring for Aero. But on the balance, Scotia Bank have been well with this 2-1 lead.
Yeah, and especially attacking what we call the worst part of the pitch. They've come up with 2 great first half goals. That first one from Mungu showed that they can really ball in these types of conditions. We'll have to see what they do with the better side of the pitch in the second half. I think that Aero certainly would feel hard done by the way that this first half has ended.
Yeah, they've, as you mentioned, they've used the better part of the pitch, and they've only scored 1 goal, and that has been the recurring decimal for them. That's only their 8th goal of the season. They are the team with the least number of goals. So going into a difficult second half with attacking at a difficult end, this is not looking good for Aero here. They're already trailing by 2-1.
Yeah, let's hope that Aero can find the quality in their boots. They do have great individuals. It's just left for the team to gel. really push them across that line. They're not too far behind, but I think that if they really focus, they can be in front at some point.
Scotia Bank leading by 2-1. We'll be back with the commentary on the second half in just about 10 minutes' time. Join us then.
Sports Stream TT. Never want to miss a moment of your child's sporting development? Sports Stream TT is an innovative sporting recording company which is in the eyes and ears of the parents, coaches, and sporting clubs. Contact us at 292-5357. Email sportsstreamtt@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram, Sports Stream TT. We can customize a package for you. Sports Stream TT. Never want to miss a moment of your child's sporting development? Sports Stream TT is an innovative sporting recording company which is in the eyes and ears of the parents, coaches, and sporting clubs. Contact us at 292-5357. Email sportsstreamtt@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram, SportsStreamTT. We can customize a package for you. Sports Stream TT. Never want to miss a moment of your child's sporting development? Sports Stream TT is an innovative sporting recording company which is in the eyes and ears of the parents, coaches, and sporting clubs. Contact us at 292-5357. Email sportsstreamtt@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram, Sports Stream TT. We can customize a package for you.
Welcome back to Week 6 action here in the KFC Interbank Football League. It is Scotia Bank leading Aero, the defending champions, by 2-1. Goals in the first half, the last coming in the 33rd minute, and it's Aero who are on the attack here. They're in the purple outfits and Scotia Bank in the red and black. And that one's played over the top for Hassan Ali to chase here. And that's another brilliant bit of work there by Springer to get that one away from Hassan Ali. He has been a real rock for the Scotia Bank team in the first half. I'm Vinny Ramphal alongside Jovan Ravello, and we've seen some cracking goals already in this one, Jovan, and we suspect there will be a lot more in the second half.
Yeah, the pick of the bunch has to be Tevin Mungu's goal to get the scoring started. It's been a pretty lively match so far. Expected to get livelier still in this second half. 40 more minutes to be played. Scotia Bank in a pretty good position, but against this Aero team with quality all through their ranks, it's going to be a tough ask to keep them at bay for the rest of this match.
Scotia Bank, the 4th best attacking record in the league. Aero, the 2nd worst defensive record in the league. Those two facts alone should tell you that this one, 2-1, a little bit of a surprise here. This one's knocked over, headed away by Alain, and will concede the first corner of the second half. And you'll expect to see a lot more of that, especially on the right side for Scotia Bank with that mud area. We've talked about that through this match. You're going to see a lot of long balls being played here, Jovan.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't hurt too much because the ball isn't actually sliding off the pitch. When it lands, it's just sitting there for somebody to pick it up. So it can't hurt. It certainly works a little better than slogging through that mud.
Certainly is. And here's another one that's knocked in, but well, that was an attempted pass of some sort. Turns out to be in the arms of the goalkeeper, Dick, who another lefty knocking that one forward. That was a handball, and Bennett was there. And for once, Springer has put a foot wrong, or rather a hand in this case, in the second half. Well, Cuffy wasn't waiting at all, was he? He saw the diagonal run by Hassan Ali and tried to pick him out, but off the back of the man Rudder, who has stepped in front of him.
That's really smart from Rudder, just to keep them honest. Stop that.
Straight down the middle. That should be the keeper's ball. Well, that was a dangerous policy because that one almost stuck in the mud and left it there for Hassan Ali to tap in. Luckily, somehow it found enough to roll into the keeper's arms.
An inch closer, it would have been an equalizer for Hassan Ali.
Scotia Bank trying to negotiate some heavy conditions here on the far side of the field. Referee Yearwood sees nothing wrong with that, and here come Aero again. Bennett was in the mix there for a moment. Here's London. London still waiting for the return ball. He's not going to get it as Aero shredding their way through the Caroni swamp there. Here's Hassan Ali. Gets this one in. That's a good ball. Bennett is there. And just as he was about to pull the trigger, it was tugged away from him at the last moment. Now, here's Scotia Bank. Can they set up an attack here? And just gave himself too much to do there, Jovan, and couldn't get that one out of the mud. Here's Ballantyne, Bally as they call him for short. Logie looking for Ballantyne. Is he in an offside position? He's onside and a chance to score, and he's taken it with some aplomb. That is a cracking finish there by Ballantyne, and that's his second goal of the game, and really caught Aero napping there early in the second half.
Yeah, well, Bally wasn't shutting down there. Got on his horse, or rather his maxi, straight to goal. Beautiful strike there to put them up 3-1. Scotiabank lead Aero.
Well, we were expecting that Scotiabank would take the initiative early in this second half, and it certainly has happened here. And as you would expect, it's come down the left side, which is the best part of the pitch to play on. And Ballantyne, I don't think he's going to move from this left side ever again in this game, because he is having really the keys to the city here.
Yeah, he's loving it on this side, and Aero really fell asleep on that play. They were looking at the referee not playing to the whistle, made to pay. They now have a mountain to climb out of this valley of mud.
2 goals down now. Ballantyne is trying to pull away here on the left-hand side, just outside of your picture. And they're trying to set up a cross here for the overlapping run. But yeah, you're right, Jovan. They really were anticipating a whistle, which never came. And Ballantyne, well, he never stopped going, did he? And really knocked it past the goalkeeper. And a really fine finish from him. He has 2. This one is having some trouble here for the keeper, who had to backpedal quickly. Luckily for him, that one just dropped over the back of the bar.
Yeah, can't hit from that kind of distance. Scotiabank have a very healthy lead in this moment. Getting a little cheeky as this game goes on.
Ballantyne has a couple. Mungu has the other one, and for Hassan Ali scoring for Aero in the first half. It was 2-1 after the first half, and Scotiabank have the better of the two sides to run into. So this could actually be a bloodbath in the second half, as well as you would expect a mudbath.
Mudbath, bloodbath, I don't think Aero would like to be covered in this, any of those substances.
Bodily fluid or otherwise. Hassan Ali couldn't get in on the end of that one, and he has been very good for them down the left side in this competition, but the conditions on that far side will certainly not suit his game, and he is might cut a very forlorn figure down the right side. What a bit of play there, shake and bake, jigging and jagging and getting past the man, and then he's cut down, and that's a yellow card. Well, I think Rudder might be very, very lucky to still stay on, because he was taken to the cleaners there on the far side and then hacked the man down. There was no attempt to play the ball at all.
Yeah, I think a bit of frustration just taking over Edsel Rudder. You can see the commiserations there, the handshake between those players, but Rudder just needs to watch himself. He'd certainly be in the referee's notebook.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much untoward action in this league. This is played in a really fine spirit, all of the games that we've done. And certainly after Mungu came up to the man who hacked him down, there was an exchange of handshakes there. Here's the free kick taken and cleared for the moment here. Hassan Ali trying to turn with it. And again, getting into some trouble here. That's London picking it up. And now that's knocked forward. Here's Bennett now. He's going to run on to this one. He has some space here, Bennett. There are 2 players inside. Can he get the cross in? He does. And here should be the finish. And that is an excellent goal. That is headed into the back of the net. And Aero have pulled the goal back. And that is the best bit of attacking play we've seen here from Aero. A fine counter-attack that has ended with a goal from the number 11, who's knocked that into the back of the net. That's Benjamin, Akil Benjamin coming in, started for them in the second match, lost his place in the team, and Benjamin has put it away. There's still life in this game yet here, Jovan.
Yeah, Benjamin was in position a long time. It took a bit of doing, but there was a great cross from Jared Bennett just to pick him out all alone, put it back in the same direction. A beautiful goal.
And a chance here for Scotia Bank. That was Logie trying to get away from his marker. And that's a wonderful bit of play there again by the new man who's on. That's the goal scorer, Benjamin. He's after it. Here comes a sliding challenge. Well, there's a big call here. He got the ball, but he also got Benjamin, who is down and limping at the time. Ballantyne is robbed of it here by Cuffy. Cuffy picks up the return ball, but they're not holding back. Challenges are coming. This is a very difficult game, not for the players alone, Jovan, but for the officials, who have had to look at some very interesting tackles coming in.
We spoke about the good spirit that this match is being played in. Let's hope it continues. Some of those tackles could lead to a little bit of argy-bargy. These players aren't too careful.
Cuffy trying to thread the needle there, but wasn't on the same wavelength as his fellow player. And Aero just apologizing to the man out in front of him, Brendan Cuffy. Aero, who had Akinola Gregory in their lineup last year, in that season, which took place during the COVID-19 pandemic and the restrictions there. Now forward by Gill. Here's Cuffy again. Nice bit of control. Tries to glide away from one, but has found himself into some trouble here. Here's Alain. And that's towards Hassan Ali, just skipping away from the Mo Salah lookalike. Now cleared downfield. Here's Gill again. He goes down. And Ballantyne just mistiming his tackle there. And that'll be a free kick for the team in purple. Kwesi Kes Babel, or Babel, correction, is going to be taking this one. Second person I know with the first name Kes.
Second person I know with the last name.
But he pronounces his name differently. That's Babel, in fact.
There's Ryan Babel, who used to play for the Netherlands and Liverpool.
That's right. That name is not mentioned a lot here, Liverpool. Here's the cross coming in by Gill. And a chance there. It was Ford who was trying to sweep it in at the center. Here's another chance here. That's driven in and saved. It took a deflection. We may have taken the sting out of it, but that was another excellent save there by Ashby.
Yeah, Schoolboy just coming up from centre back to try his hand or his foot at getting Aero back into this one. He's still up there.
Yeah, he does, now that we're seeing him close up. He might be in his 20s, but he does have the face that you would expect to see in a Form 3 chemistry class.
Yeah, young Babel certainly trying to play above his age group.
Well, there is going to be a change here, and unfortunately that's the end of the line here for Rudder is coming off the field here, and the Scotia Bank man coming off, that's the end of his time on the field here today. This one's knocked in. That's going to be easy for the keeper for the Aero team. Kenny Dick has been beaten 3 times in the game so far, but there have been some really good goals here from the Scotia Bank team. And they're only a couple of points away from the lead in this. And who's to say that a team of this quality can't go on to win the league?
Yeah, and I think goal difference will also be a factor. These teams are really racking up some big scores in the league. So I think the team that gets held to a goalless draw, maybe a 1-1, will be further behind than the others.
Knocked foul there by Ballantyne, just too far ahead of the man who's come on. Here's the new man who's on here. The goal scorer, Benjamin, gets Trispas one and a second. Wow, that was a rugby tackle coming in there by Moore, and certainly would not have looked out of place in Twickenham. Absolutely hammered him there, just outside of the area. That's going to be a free kick for the Aero team.
Yeah, and it goes to show just the camaraderie between these teams, because Moore got up smiling from that tackle.
He had a laugh with the man who hacked him down. And so really this league there's a lot of friendship. A lot of these players have actually played on the same side. There's been a fair amount of musical chairs between these teams. Here's Bennett with the free kick, knocking it in towards the far post. Coffey was there, and that is a firm punch by Ashby. Knocks that one away. And now he's set Scotia Bank on the attack here. Mungu, can he get away from his man? He does. And the pass with the left foot, certainly no mustard in that at all, as he was trying to get that one to pick out Ballantyne. End-to-end stuff here. Aero on the attack as we head up towards the 15th minute of the second half. And that is into the side netting. Bennett was there. Bennett was at the inside the penalty box. Hassan Ali was going towards the near post. He couldn't find either of them.
Yeah, that's some good skill just to make some space for him. Whip cross, just not doing what it was supposed to. Aero still chasing this one, but very much in it.
At the start of the competition, at the start of week 6, MIC were on top of the table on 10 points, equal with RBC, separated by a 4-goal difference between those two. And normally a 4-goal difference sounds like a lot, but where you have teams racking up 8 goals in this competition, that can be wiped away in one match. Scotia Bank in 3rd place with ECU on 4th. They're both on 9 points. NIBTT on 7 points, along with Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago and Guardian General. All of those teams were on 7 points. So 3 points separating the top 6. Guardian General defeated earlier today, so they will fall slightly out of the reckoning here. Scotia Bank and Cuffy getting in between some indecisive play. Here's Hassan Ali trying to turn. Low center of gravity for him. Benjamin swings that out towards the far side. Headed away by the defense. And for the moment, and predictions that they might struggle in the second half have been different here. Oh, here's a chance here for the Scotiabank team, and that was a brave bit of goalkeeping by Dick. He was found with 2 Scotiabank forwards and faced them down and came out with the ball. Great stuff from him.
Yeah, Kenny Dick just even diving through the mud just to make that save. That's very brave, as you said, from him. Just washing the dirt out of his eyes.
Yeah, he had almost half of the field in his eyes there at the moment, because it's a lot of mud that has been splashed up. And sometimes we're just on the side, just off the sideline, and we're seeing players going by, and they are knocking up absolute clods of mud here. If you were on the golf course, you'd have to come and knock that back in if you know your golf ethics.
Yeah, certainly divots all over this pitch. But it's the surface that they've been given to play on.
Week 7 approaching, well, next Sunday. Aero will be up against RBL, who, as we told you just a short while ago, are tied for the lead in this competition. Scotia will take on MICTT. They are at the top of the table. So, 2 tough games for these teams involved in today's match. A Guardian General will be back in action against ECU next week. That's Eastern Credit Union. RBC, well, after their triumphs today by 6-3, they will take on First Citizens. And there's also the high-scoring Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago. They are up against NIBTT. And Central Bank, they have an attacking brand of play. But for their coach, it's not the easiest one, because they score a lot of goals, but they also concede a hatful at the same time.
Yeah, maybe they're trying that first generation of Galacticos technique where we score more than the other team to win. No care for defense, but here comes Aero.
Chance here. It's stuck in the mud. They're laboring to get this one out of the quagmire at the moment. And now Scotiabank will try to get this one forward. That's not a great bit of play there. He really should have tried to get that one away from Cuffy. He was always going to be second best at the speedy, tall figure of Cuffy there, the number 4 for Aero. He has been another one of those excellent defensive midfielders in this competition. Knocked in. And the cry of "don't miss" comes up from the defenders. This one is broken here for Logie.
Logie had more time there. That's an offside call on the far side.
Yeah, he was trying to knock it in towards the one going to the overlapping run. However, the winger was cutting in.
Yeah, Kareem Ballantyne just getting his signals crossed. He's been very good so far. Double for him so far in this match.
Yeah, and he's turned up on the right side now to do some torment on that side. An equal opportunity tormentor he is. Has done his bit on this side already. and plays with that that headband, almost like Alan Saint Maxime, doesn't he? That's similar. And Saint Maxime on his way to the Saudi League. Saw a report on that earlier today. He's leaving Newcastle. And the impact of the Saudi League, is it the new place to go for big players? Could be a market.
For big money.
Yeah, certainly for big money. If you want that, that's the place to go. Lionel Messi turning down a reported $1 billion not to go to Saudi. And he has moved to Inter Miami for a pittance, $150 million a year.
Small money in today's game.
In today's game, that's right.
Messi also getting a portion of every Apple TV sign-up for the MLS, so I don't think it's, in the end, going to hurt him too much.
Don't think he's going to lose sleep on that. Alain, on the meantime, he's not losing sleep at all. He's involved in a battle on the far side. And those two, they have a private game going on. Don't forget about the other 20 players. They have their own private Turkish wrestling match going on that side.
A lot more clothes on.
And it was, in fact, Alain who comes out the victor there. Easier, the larger of the two. And in a match, a wrestling match without weight classes, certainly will come out on top. But Aero getting a goal back in the 49th minute. We're now heading up towards the 61st minute of the game. And no scoring in the last 11 minutes or so. Trying to change that is Ballantyne. It's back to him, looking for his hat-trick, and it's there! And Ballantyne, just as we talked about no scoring, Ballantyne has picked up his hat-trick in the 61st minute, and that is he's easily our pick so far for the player of the match.
Yeah, I think it's a shoe-in at this point. Ballantyne has hit everything that they've given him. That hat-trick, well worth it. You can see that it's knocked the win out of Aero.
Yeah, the defending champions, there's a lot of discussion going on. A lot of it we can't share with you because of the quality of the language or the lack of quality there. But there's a lot of discussions going on between some of the players on this Aero team. They are not happy with that bit of play. But really, great credit there to Ballantyne. That shot that he played, that shot came in. It was a short backlift. Really, the keeper had no time to prepare himself.
Yeah, and with lack of footing, couldn't adjust himself properly. That one was almost down the middle.
Yeah, Ballantyne is one of those players. He really doesn't lead to get that kicking foot back a long way, and he got an enormous amount of power from it, and it was a well-placed shot, and that really slid that into the corner. Really good goal, a real goal scorer's goal there for Ballantyne. The corner has been taken, and that's a rather wasted effort there by Hassan Ali. He really does look like a forlorn figure on the far side.
Crestfallen is the word I would use, but it's the same attitude going throughout the Aero team. You can see a lot of bowed heads. A couple players trying to get them back focused. It's very hard at this point. They're down 4-2, sorry.
Loss here for Aero would certainly confirm that there will be new champions this year. And you might actually confirm that now, but they really are on the wrong side of a 4-2 scoreline at the moment. They still have games coming up against RBL. They have the league champions possibly coming up next week. They then come up against, they also have a match coming up against RBC, who hammered their opponents 6-3 earlier today. And then on the 18th of August, the last week of the league, they come up against FCB. So not an easy stretch of matches for Aero coming up.
If you thought the rainy season was bleak, that fixture list is even bleaker for Aero. They have a lot of work to do if they are to recover their league title. They have to be almost perfect from this point on.
They have to win everything, in fact. Last year, they actually started very indifferently, lost their opening game, drew their second game, and then they went unbeaten for 7 games after that, and that took them to the title. However, in the knockout and with the knockout competition was won by MIC, they also went on to win the Big Four last year. Here's the corner coming in and over the head of everyone, and Babel just there to get it in. Now Hassan Ali has some green grass in front of him to run. sends a powerful pass downfield, but that's straight into the back of Nicholas. Back with Hassan Ali now. And that one skips across the surface, not the best of contact there by Hassan Ali. And that's going to run over the line on the far side. Well, actually, it stays in here for Aero. Can they pounce now on a fortuitous bit of play? Here's Hassan Ali. Gets it away from one defender, but the second one takes it away from him. And Scotia Bank heading the other way here. With still with Aero. And there's the man who's come on. That's played in towards Bennett and cleared. The defender clearing his lines. Now, Scotiabank 2-on-1 here for the moment. This could be problems here for them. Can he get the shot in? He does, and it's wide. There's the new man on, and tell you what, that would have been an inch-perfect pass, but for the mud in front of the goal.
Yeah, and Tevin Gill doing well to see the flight, or rather the lack of flight on the ball. He's getting there in time to throw him off.
That's the advantage of playing in that beach soccer. He's used to playing in treacherous conditions underfoot, and he really showed it there in how he dealt with that ball.
Very much the most mercurial form of the sport.
Certainly is, those beach bounces. And we've had a couple of beach bounces in this one already, despite the fact that there's no beach.
The only thing we're missing is sand, really.
Well,
there's some palm trees. Certainly have enough water.
Here's Nicholas with the free kick, taking this one. An outswinger! Oh, that's just over the head of the man. And now Hassan Ali has a chance to stride forward here for the Aero team. Nicholas is putting in a great recovery run, and that's an excellent bit of work by London coming in to sweep that one out for a throw-in. Aero not giving up. There's no sign that they have given up hope here. The defending champions still, they're holding on to their title by a thread at the moment. Here's Gill, finds Hassan Ali, who does well to keep this one in. Early cross towards the near post, and Cuffy was there, and the sight of Cuffy coming down towards the goalkeeper is not an easy one at all. He looked like a Mack truck heading towards a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, Rendell Ashby is a better man than me. That would have been a goal. I'd have left that one.
It's a big man there, Cuffy. Now they're looking to take this one short, but Gill decides to head back in. The one flashes across the face of goal here. Chance here for the Aero team. Can he get the cross in? The mud again coming to the rescue of the Scotiabank defense. Can he turn with it? Does get the cross in. Bennett is there. Can he get the shot in? Tries it across the face of goal, and it just needed a touch. There was no one there.
Good work from Bennett just to get that one in a very dangerous area. No one took the gamble. It's a corner.
Scotiabank on the defensive here. They lead by 2 goals, but a goal could put them back in. That glanced off the foot of the defender. And that shot came in. That was a really brave save. Still patted away by the keeper. Chance here off the body of the defender. Was that a handball? The referee has blown the whistle here. What's the call going to be? I think she said it is going to be a corner. The arm was close by there, Jovan. What did you make of that one?
Would be a referee. Didn't see it clearly from there, but the referee was certainly very sure about it.
She had a really good angle there because that one seemed to come off. The arm was close, but to the defender's credit, he seemed to have the arm tucked behind his back. Aero now looking for a chance. Oh, that was a bit of miscommunication. And now Scotiabank trying to bring it the other way. Here's Logie trying to tread his way through the mix of water and mud. Ballantyne is robbed of it. And the thing is, Scotiabank really they're just camping out behind the marshy area on the pitch because that's doing the work for them. You don't need to get in there at all.
Very smart from Scotia, especially with this lead. They don't want to put themselves in too much of a disadvantageous position. They have been very intelligent in the way they've approached this match.
Babel concedes the throw-in. Mungru was there threatening once again. As for Scotiabank, they do have the league leaders at the moment, MIC, in their match next week. They then have the mercurial Central Bank. Any number can play in that game. And then in their last match of the season, a chance here again. Scotia Bank could have been 3 ahead, but an offside call, that wouldn't have counted anyway. Scotia Bank do have ECU, the Eastern Credit Union team, in their last game, so they also don't have an easy run of matches. Cuffy does well to get that one away, and now trying to steer this one away. That's a good ball. Trying to find the run here of Hassan Ali. That's Jabal Hassan Ali, but this one is put into touch.
And that MIC game will be a really stern test for Scotia Bank. Real test of their title bona fides. This one is back inside though.
A defensive mistake there and almost fell to the Aero player. There is a Scotia Bank player down in the mud at the moment. The referee hasn't seen it yet. She might have to call play up here. The Scotia Bank players are baying for her to blow the whistle at the moment. And an Aero player goes down heavily on the far side. But no call from referee Yearwood. And I think it really did look like the player was really willing to go down at the slightest contact.
Nikita Yearwood must be a school teacher. She's not buying any of these tricks from these errant boys on the pitch. Couple easy looking penalty calls. Just wave them away. That one, she put her arms akimbo just to say, no sir, you won't get past me.
And still the Aero players are pleading their case at the moment here. And referee Yearwood is just telling the player to just go back to your position there at the moment. She's having none of it. And tell you what, that man in front of her, Kenata Morris, is not the slightest of figures. He looks like he spends his spare time doing pull-ups in his apartment. And I say that, and he's doing those pull-ups when he's not bench pressing houses. Yeah, there is an injury, and it looks like the Scotia Bank player, is that London who seems to be heading off? Actually, London is trying to help transport the player off. That's Thomas who's come off. Now, he's done a good job in beside Springer. Springer has been more of the tackler. He's been the man covering Springer at times. And if they are to lose him now, that will certainly affect the balance of their defense there, Jovan.
Yeah, Springer may just have to adjust to a more conservative role in the middle of the defense. It's been pretty cavalier the way that he's approached keeping Aero out. To be a little more consummate in the way that he approaches the task.
We're coming up towards the end of the season, just 3 rounds after this one, and a lot of these teams have lost players due to injury, and with these heavy conditions it's gotten even worse. In fact, one of the teams earlier today had only 3 substitutes. They didn't have the full complement to use, and a lot of these teams are suffering from dropout, an alarming dropout rate here, and the man's off the field at the moment, and this one is fired across the line of the goal, and Scotiabank have some defending to do, and they are down by 2 players at the moment because that man's, Thomas, is out with cramp, and there's also another player helping him out to try to relieve him of the cramp. I think that's Rudder. No, in fact, correction, that's Rudder, the substitute, helping out as the makeshift physio at the moment.
I think at this point Aero needs to become a little more daring in the way that they approach. They've been trying. They just need to get everybody on the same page to find that final moment that they need in the final third.
Hill with the cross. Bennett was there, but it's been smashed away there by Logie, trying to get this one as far away from goal as possible. But once it goes into that muddy area, everything just slows down. And it's all about finding the most nimble player to get in there and recover the ball. Scotia Bank leading by 4 goals to 2. Ballantyne with a hat-trick. Mungru with a sumptuous first goal. A curling effort from just outside of the box with the left foot. Perhaps the best goal of the day so far.
Yeah, we've had a couple contenders. Mungru certainly had that one on the brain. It wasn't soon after the game started that he just killed it in.
Here's Gill. Miscommunication between the two Scotia Bank players. Has a chance here for Hassan Ali. Wants to get it onto that left foot of his. Oh, that would have been a contender for goal of the game. That was similar to the goal by Mungu. But Hassan Ali, the keeper, was beaten all ends up. That one just not for him.
Yeah, does really well to just scuttle away from two defenders. Inches away, very small margins. Hassan Ali would have had them back in it. Just about a couple more minutes, about 6 more minutes of regulation time remaining. Been in for a barnstorming final couple minutes in this match.
Hassan Ali doing his best Mo Salah impression there. And certainly Salah would have been very impressed with that bit of play there by Jabal Hassan Ali. Jabal Hassan Ali, correction. Goal kick for his team. The keeper was nowhere close to that. That would have been in the back of the net had that dipped maybe a couple of more inches. Scotia Bank just slowing it down here, and you can't blame them at all with just 5 minutes and seconds to go in normal time here. Aero need a goal very quickly. At least they'll give them something to fight in these last couple of minutes. The possibility of getting a draw. Can they do to what teams have done to them in this competition? Chance here. Just couldn't turn with it, just behind the man who was coming in. Gill has the opportunity to measure across here. Gets the shot in and straight at the keeper, who's almost dropped it and allowed Hassan Ali to knock that one in. Gets it at the second attempt. We talked about how difficult it has been for the outfielders and the referee, but for the keepers, it's an absolute nightmare in this situation. Ballantyne back on the left-hand side. And there is Logie knocking it back for him. A name that people from Sobo Village in Labray would know very well. Nice bit of play. Oh, the final ball was not did not match the quality of the ones before it. Here's Alain heading forward. Alain again does well to retain possession, but the third time just pushed it a bit too far in front of him. Swept out towards the far side. New man on, trying to get behind this one. And look at the commitment there shown by Gill. He's left his position on the right and raced across to make the tackle.
It's great dedication shown by Gill there.
Yeah, he's torn up the script at this point there, Jovan.
We did speak about players with superior fitness. Gill is also one of the other fitness buffs on this Aero team.
And having to run on sand, oh yeah, always you would expect him to be pretty fit. Bennett running into some trouble here. Can he get this one out of the muddy area? Hassan Ali tries to knock it back to Bennett, who is a menace all the same. But that is Logie just treading away through this one as easy as you like. It's back with Scotia Bank. 3 minutes to go on the clock here in normal time. Another goal for Scotia Bank would certainly kill off Aero and end their hold on the title in the league competition. Still very important for them to get at least a win to start off their campaign. They have not had a win in their 5 games so far, Jovan. Bad situation for them.
Yeah, it's always hardest when you hear top coaches speak about it. Building a team to do the same thing all over again. It's always difficult getting them to refocus. So it has been for Aero.
He gets it in towards Bennett, who's there again. Still chances here for Aero. Bennett is not there, and here's the whistle's gone down, and that's going to be a penalty. That is a penalty for Aero with 2 minutes to go here. Still some life in this game, Jovan.
Yeah, and this is just the opportunity they've been looking for. Some piece of luck. Saw some pretty clear-cut looking penalties over the last 2 matches, but this one is the one that referee Nikita Yeho had picked. And it's going to be Bennett to take it, the number 9 for Aero. Won it, will take responsibility. Gilt-edge chance for Aero to get back into this. Maybe even force the issue.
Here's Bennett to take the penalty. Bennett with a chance to add his name to the score sheet here. Here's the whistle. And Bennett scores! Very difficult conditions from the goalkeeper. Once you get it anywhere away from the goalkeeper, from the penalty spot, that's as good as a goal. And Bennett has scored. 4-3 it is.
That one is a really good penalty into the side netting from Bennett. Very decisive from him. Could it happen? Do you think it can?
It very well could happen here. And, and in fact, the Aero players are telling each other, let's make it exciting. It certainly will be in the last couple of minutes here, Jovan, with Bennett scoring. We haven't had a goal in this game for 18 minutes until that penalty scored by Bennett. Scotia Bank trying to restore their 2-goal lead here, but for Aero, they have to throw everything, the kitchen sink included here, at the Scotia Bank team to get what will be an unlikely point for them. Scotia Bank, this one's knocked in towards Mungo, who can win it for his team here. He goes down heavily. And there is a call for a free kick. It is a free kick that has been given, but it's for the defending team. Aero have gotten the free kick here. They're coming again. It's Hassan Ali. Confronted by the defense. Can he get this one in? He does. Bennett is there again. And that's taken away from Bennett. And it's once again that man Springer there to make the stop. Well, he has been a real rock for them at the heart of the defense. Into the middle once again from Aero. Coffey is there and Logie gets it clear. Now a chance here for Ballantyne to look for his 4th goal, but that's hacked away by Babel.
Aero have come to life in these dying embers of this match. You can almost smell the comeback. Down 4-2 a little while ago, they're up in the ascendancy now. Just 1 goal behind.
We're now into the 2nd minute of time added on for stoppages, Jovan, and really for Scotia Bank, take it into the corner right now and just run the clock down. But still, here they come again.
Yeah, Scotia don't have anything to prove in this moment. Just have to be a little more disciplined, manage their game better.
Allen was overlapping there, but now he's left some space behind him. Babel and Coffey is there to sort it out again for them. He's really been good for Aero. The problem has been this Scotia Bank team. They found ways through this defense quite regularly.
Yeah, Coffey, a tower of strength in the worst part of this pitch to play. It's been really good for Aero. If they do get something from this, they have to probably buy him a cake or something, pay some tribute.
At least do his laundry. Yeah, he has really, his uniform certainly doesn't look anything like the one he put on at the start of this game. He's absolutely caked in mud at the moment. I'm surprised we can actually see the number 4 on his back.
Proper sign of a warrior in this game.
Munkrow gets past 2. Can he get the cross in? There's a player loose inside of the box. Babel is there and he does well. Babel certainly not the fastest across the ground, but certainly used his weight to great effect and got that away from Munkrow. Hassan Ali does well. Nice bit of play to get that away from the defender. He has Bennett just in front of him. Looking for Bennett again. That's through the middle. Chance here for Aero! And it was Allen coming from the defense, and he has only succeeded
Sports Stream TT. Never want to miss a moment of your child's sporting development? Sports Stream TT is an innovative sporting recording company which is in the eyes and ears of the parents, coaches, and sporting clubs. Contact us at 292-5357. Email sportsstreamtt@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram, sportsstreamtt. We can customize a package for you. Sports Stream TT. Never want to miss a moment of your child's sporting development? Sports Stream TT is an innovative sporting recording company which is in the eyes and ears of the parents, coaches, and sporting clubs. Contact us at 292-5357. Email sportsstreamtt@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram, sportsstreamtt. We can customize a package for you. Sports Stream TT. Never want to miss a moment of your child's sporting development? Sports Stream TT is an innovative sporting recording company which is in the eyes and ears of the parents, coaches, and sporting clubs. Contact us at 292-5357. Email sportsstreamtt@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram, sportsstreamtt. We can customize a package for you.
That goal, of course, from Bennett, helping them to just get that extra bit of energy. It's a bit of tough luck for them in this match.
And tell you what, Bennett can hardly drag himself off the field. Bennett is almost the last man to get off. He seems to be, he's just holding his head at the moment here because he really felt that he should have scored that one. But for a great save by Ashby.
Yeah, he's worked very hard, Bennett, along with a couple other players in this lineup, Hassan Ali and the Rudder brothers, putting in their pound of flesh. It's just not been their evening.
Will stay in 10th place, but for Scotia Bank, they will move up the table depending on the results from other matches today, but they've done what they needed to do. They will now move up to 12 points, and they are certainly still very much in with a shout of succeeding Aero as champions. Well, that's going to end it for our broadcast today. Don't forget, next week Aero will be taking on RBL, and Scotiabank will be coming up against MIC TT in the next game. Thanks so much for joining us on behalf of Jovan Ravello and the rest of the team here at Utt O'Mera. I'm Vidya Ramphal. Bye for now.
Sports Stream TT. Never want to miss a moment of your child's sporting development? Sports Stream TT is an innovative sporting recording company which is in the eyes and ears of the parents, coaches, and sporting clubs. Contact us at 292-5357. Email sportsstreamtt@gmail.com or check us out on Instagram, sportsstreamtt. We can customize a package for you.